All right, we're going to send things back out to Double Dogs in Hamburg. We've got ABC 36 sports reporter Forrest Tucker with us.
Hey, Forrest.
Doug, Lisa, joined by TG Shuck to talk some sports, rather maybe some sports culture, because we know SEC on ABC means a lot of big-time games, a lot of big TV crews scoping out the Kentucky, the Lexington tailgate scenes. We're going to dig into that a little bit. All right, so first off, a lot of people hate noon games, TG.
Yes.
What's your preference here? Because nooners sometimes are better than night games. What do you think?
Night game, a gazillion %. Even if it's cold, because trust me, they've had some noon games where it literally was like it was today, and it was unbearable. And nothing beats
like
a night
Sahara
game in the SEC. Period.
No, nothing.
Doesn't matter where you are.
Even if you have cowbells on what you're bringing. Now, we know a lot of people these days, they like to watch the game on their couches. They like to watch the game in a barn, not the stadium. You know, some things can't replace the stadium. What do you think about that, those three options?
I agree completely, because there's something to be said for the comfort of your own home.
Yeah.
People don't like to deal with the traffic and all that, but to that end, there's nothing better than actually being at an amazing game, especially when something huge happens. You cannot get that through your TV.
No.
So
exactly.
I will take going to the game.
For sure. Now, a very cultural Kentucky question. When you're watching a game, are you on the beer side of things or the bourbon side of things with what you like to drink?
I have never drank beer in my life, so that answers your question. So that's looking at me like I got three heads. I just don't care for it.
All right. So do you have rotation of bourbon that depends on, is you have the noon game bourbon, the night game bourbon, the 3:30 game bourbon?
Kentucky football has gotten so much better, I don't feel the need to drink during the game anyway, because, you know, they're doing fine. But, yeah, I mean, nothing beats a decent bourbon. So,
well, a knock on wood there, just to make sure that the season goes how we plan.
Yes.
All right, if you cannot watch the SEC, which we suggest that you always watch the SEC, never anything else, are you going to watch the Big Ten or the ACC or something else?
ACC, it's still mostly in the South, even though, you know, the next team they're going to add is like in Alaska, but I'll take the ACC.
Or Hawaii or whatever they feel like, you know. However.
Different time zone.
Now, let's go with a little scenario here. It's kind of out of my realm a little bit, but here's what I'm thinking. What if Kentucky made the college football playoff? 12 teams, expanded playoff, it could happen.
Yeah.
But they have to lose to Louisville to make it happen. They're one loss.
No-brainer, because
which way no-brainer?
No, the playoff. I mean, you want to win the SEC, you want to make the playoff. That is the goal. They've beaten Louisville like a drum multiple times over the last few years. 1,000%, most UK fans would be like, put me in the playoffs. That's the goal. That's why you play the game.
We'll have to see. I mean, here's the thing about this rivalry is that it has become kind of like beating a dead horse a little bit, just because they've won so much. So
it will be more competitive, I think, but it's a home game at Kroger Field, which will help.
Exactly. All right, last one here. How many weeks do you think ballpark Kentucky makes it in the top 25?
I'm going to say 4.
4?
For the end of the year, they'll do well enough, and they'll end up.
Okay, all right. I like that. We'll go with that. We'll see how TG's predictions even out and pan out when everything's all said and done. That's in a couple months. We'll hold you to it, though. I'm going to hold you to it. I'm cooking it. All right, that's all from Double Dogs Sports Live, 5 and 6, Weather 2. Until then, I'm Forrest Tucker. He's TG Shuck.